Hello, this is Chidua of our Chidua Circle, and we're continuing our series on gratitude. And today is part two of that series. And I'll be talking about why gratitude is hard. Sometimes we compare ourselves with others. We have goals and aspirations that we have set for ourselves for the year. And then when we look at what we don't have so far, it looks like nothing is working in our lives. Then you think, what is there to give thanks to? Or what is there to give thanks for? Or what is there to be grateful for? So it makes gratitude hard. You're looking at what you don't have yet. And that is what we do most of the time. Instead of focusing on what is working for us, we are rather focusing on what is not working. When you do that, you find many reasons to not be grateful. But here's the thing, waking up every morning is a reason to be grateful. When I did the introduction, I mentioned some of the things that I'll be talking in details about today. And I did say that as I take them in parts, I will go into more details. So when you focus more on the things that you don't have, you realize that it is difficult to be grateful because you're looking at it like, my life is empty. I have not met my goals. I'm not where I want to be. I am stagnant. My life is stagnant. And then what happens is you realize that the emotions of regret, the emotions of regret, um, not being satisfied, discontentment will set in. So it makes gratitude or thankfulness difficult. But here's the thing about life, what you focus on is what grows. So when you shift your mind from what you don't have to the things that you have, you realize that it becomes easy or easier for you to be grateful. And the thing is, what we practice, we become good at. So if you're not used to looking for something to be grateful for, you will never find it. Instead, you're focusing on those things that you don't have. Let me give you an example. If somebody would send you a video clip and ask you that in that video, there is a monkey that snatched a banana from a little monkey, that is the only thing you're focusing on. You're looking for that big monkey that snatched a banana from a smaller monkey. You're not going to see anything else in that video clip. If somebody else would ask you something else that happened in that video, you won't see it. Why? Because your attention is not there. Your focus is on that big monkey that took the banana from the little monkey. Nothing else will be noticed by you. So you lose everything else that happened in that video clip. Maybe there were some things that were funny that would have made your day better. You won't see it. So you don't even gain from it because you were focusing on one thing only. That is exactly what happens. Why sometimes we find it difficult to be grateful, because we are focusing on the negative. We are focusing on what we don't have. But when you shift your mind to the things that you have, you'll be amazed at how much that you have actually acquired, at how much that life has given you, that even the ability to wake up in the morning is something to be grateful for. You drive from your home to your work. Nothing happens to you. You don't even know how close you were to having an accident, but because you didn't see it, you don't even know the things that God has done for you. There is a song we used to sing when we were much younger. It says, count your blessings, name them one by one. It will surprise, it will amaze you at what God has done for you. So one of the reasons why gratitude is difficult is we focus on the negative. We focus on what we don't have. And what you focus on is what grows. The second reason why we find it difficult to be grateful is when we compare ourselves with others. Maybe those that you went to high school with, those that you went to primary school, elementary school with. You look at how far they've gone and you're thinking, oh, I started with this person. As a matter of fact, I used to teach this person this subject in school, but look at how far they have gone. They are excelling in their careers, or maybe they have their own businesses. They have kids that are doing well, but here I am still doing this. So when you look at that, the life of your peer or the life of your family member becomes the yardstick with which you measure your own success. And when you do that, what happens that you see yourself falling short of your own expectation or your own definition of success, and then you look at yourself as not successful. So I am not successful. What is there to celebrate? If I'm not celebrating, then definitely I have nothing to be thankful for. But you forget that you came into this world. You didn't come into this world the same day that they came in. Everybody is on their path. Everybody is running their race according to their time and purpose here on earth. We don't think about those things. We don't think about the people that we are same age with. We don't think about those people that are even younger that have died, that are in terrible situations. We focus only on the ones that seem to be doing better than we are. So we use their success to measure our own success, and then we think that we fall short of our definition of success. So when that happens, here's what it does to you. It makes you depressed. It makes you less, you lose the zeal, you lose the fire, you lose the passion for attempt. You don't want to try anything. And that is where depression comes in, because you're not motivated, you're not inspired, you're thinking, my efforts are not yielding the results that I want. So here's what you can do, because it's not enough for me to give you a reason why you're finding it difficult to be thankful without giving you an antidote to that problem. So here's what you can do. Why don't you just get a piece of paper and then write down your goals? These are things, because your goals are not my goals. Your goals are not the goals of your colleague or the goals of that person that you went to elementary school or high school with. So they are running their race. They are pursuing whatever they are pursuing according to their passion, according to their purpose. Their purpose is not your purpose. So the only person you should be measuring yourself with is yourself. You should be asking yourself today, where am I today? Am I in a better place today than I am yesterday? And how do you measure your success? Mentally. How am I evolving? How am I evolving mentally? Financially, where I am this year. Was I there last year? And then you also emotionally, relationship wise, spiritually, these are the yardstick with which you should measure your success, not the success of another person. Because like I said, everybody is on their own path, running their race according to what God has designed for each and every one of us to accomplish. Your race is not your brother's race. Neither is your race that your peer's race. So quit comparing yourself with others. Even the Bible says when you compare yourself with others, you're not wise. Because instead of motivating you to want to do something good, or to want to push yourself further in the direction of what you're desiring, it makes you not want to take any step, because you're thinking that the steps or the efforts you're putting in are not commensurate with the outcome that you're having. So the thing is, you just give up. And when you come to that place in your mind, the brain shuts down. It doesn't even you don't want to get up. But when you have a reason, you have set your goals are specific, your goals are measurable, your goals are attainable, there is a time frame to it. Once this thing is clear, or once they are clear, you find it that every morning you wake up, your focus is so on those goals. You are so determined to be a better version of yourself, because when you change, you are changing so that you can make this world a better place. You are changing so that you can be in a better position to help someone else. It's not just changing just for yourself. Yes, ultimately, when you change, you become a happier person. When you change, when you grow and you develop, you realize that your happiness level, everything else about your life changes. But here's the thing, you are more in a position to help somebody else. So the second reason why we find it difficult to be grateful is comparing ourselves with somebody else. The grass is not always greener on the other side. That person that you think has a better life than you are, instead of comparing yourself, it's okay to admire someone. So you can look at some of the things they've done right. There is nothing wrong with taking what is good about someone else and applying it to your own situation. apply it to your own situation, not wanting to be like someone else. Because when you step out of who you are to become somebody else, now who becomes you? You lose your authenticity. And I don't see, or I've never seen a photocopy that is exactly like the original. No matter how sharp the machine you use in making that copy is, when you put the two together, you can tell that this is the original and this is the photocopy. Why? Because there is an authenticity about the original that the photocopy can never have, no matter how good the machine is. So why am I saying this? No matter how you try to copy someone because you want what they have, or because you think their life is better than yours, you can take some of the things that you admire about them and apply it to your own life, to your own situation. So it still becomes custom made. So this is what it does for you. It helps you grow. It helps you develop. It helps you be a better version, because you should be determining, you should be aiming at becoming a better version of yourself. It is a becoming. So do not be quick to judge yourself. It's a becoming. It is a process. When you realize that the person you are today is not who you were yesterday, that should motivate you enough to keep trying. Keep trying so that you can become a better version of yourself. Stay focused on your goals, and you realize that every day you have a reason to be grateful. Why? Because you can look at those goals that you have set for yourself and you can check things out. And no matter how little the success is, it's always good to celebrate. It's always, because here's the thing, when you celebrate your little wins, you are motivated to keep trying. You are motivated to keep pushing. So because then your confidence level grows and you can look at them and say, oh, if I can do this, then I can do that. So make sure that the goals that you set are specific, because if it's not specific, you wouldn't know when you make a detour. When you shift from the direction of your goal, you wouldn't know if it's not specific. And you have to also have a time limit to it. Put a time frame to it so that you are motivated to take action. Because if you say, I'm going to do this, there's so much time, but at the same time, there isn't time. But when you say in 3 months, in 90 days, I will accomplish this. So when you are getting close to the 90 days, you realize then it's easy for you to see whether you are making, or whether the actions you're taking will get you to where you're going. And don't be afraid to adjust. When you realize that the time you've given to a specific goal is not going to be enough, it's okay to change it. Because once you stay focused, you realize that it's easier for you to see the wins. It's easier for you to see the things that you are doing that are not working, or that will not work, that will not lead you in the direction of your goal, so that you can always change things. But when you are busy comparing yourself with someone else, then you're not doing anything, and you keep finding yourself in that same rut. It's like somebody in a rocking chair. The chair seems to be moving, but it's really not moving. So the number one reason why we find it difficult to give thanks is we're focusing on what we don't have yet, instead of focusing on what is going on for us. And the number two reason is when you compare yourself with someone else. When you compare yourself with others, you will always find something that you will always find something that seems to be absent in your own life that is present in someone else's life. So even though it makes you lose the passion, the zeal to take action, another thing is that it leads to resentment, because you're resenting them, you're envious of them, you're jealous of them, because you're thinking that what they have is what you are supposed to have. When you look at someone and you think their life is better, it's one of the reasons why people are judgmental, people are critical, people are resentful, because you are not happy that they have. Be happy for them, admire what they have, and let that motivate you into working for your own good. Because when you make it, someone someday will read your story and will be motivated to work so that they too can build a life that they would be happy. I hope these two reasons are enough for you to shift the way you do things so that you can begin to see the results that you want. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'll ask you today to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Chidua Circle, and share, like, leave comments, and above all, encourage your friends and those that are in your contact list to also subscribe. Thank you.